We are in the delivery room. A baby was just born. Welcome to the world. How the most joyous time can also be the most tragic.
Like, just the look in her eyes was like, it was just, she had just, was no longer there at that moment. And
She was dying right before you.
the nurse called Code Blue, and that was the last time I saw Christine's eyes.
The story of Christine Fields, a Black mother who died after giving birth in Blackland.
And now,
as a brown person, you just feel so invisible.
Where we're from.
Brothers and sisters, I welcome you to this joyful day.
We celebrate freedom. Where we are.
Get on the ground!
I know someone heard something.
And where we're going.
We the people means all the people.
The Black Information Network presents Blackland with your host, Vanessa Tyler.
Black women dying during childbirth or soon after is alarming. It's also tragic, and it can be prevented, but it keeps happening. It's been about a year and a half since Jose Perez lost the love of his life, the mother to his children, Christine Fields. Jose, welcome.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
First, how are you?
I always say okay, which is a cover up, just for what I'm really going through, which is I'm really not okay.
It's still a lot going on. Obviously, it has been about a year and a half, right? Is that right?
Yes, it's 17 months now since Christine passed away.
How are the children? Start with the oldest, Liam, then Nova, then Anuel.
Okay, Liam is 6. Liam is going to be 7 in July. Liam has little special needs. Well, not really special needs, but Liam is Liam is a little person. So Liam is going to be 7 years old. Liam is probably the size of a 15-month-old baby. Liam has skeletal dysplasia. His health though, he's doing fine health-wise. And to the loss of his moms, it's been really hard for him. He just doesn't grasp I don't think he grasped the whole concept of death yet, because he's only going to be 7 years old. So to him, it's more, his mom's not being here is more like a video game, I believe, in his mind. Nova is 4. She's going to be 5 in December. She's doing very well. I just enrolled her this year in pre-K. She just started pre-K this year. She's doing very well in school. She's, I say, very smart for her age. So her teachers is like, she has conversations like a 8-9-year-old already. Nova understands that her mom's is not here. She grasps it in a different way. She talks to the sky. She talks to her mom. She tells she always tells everyone her mom's it's an angel. Her mom has superpowers. She could change her wings, different colors. Her mom is always watching over her. Her mom hasn't left her. Her mom is always here with her. Those are the type of conversations Nova has. Nova's a very small, intelligent person, honestly. And it's been a blessing having Nova. Nova is what keeps me, I would say, the happiest. It's just her sweetness and her kindness. Yeah, and then going to the baby, Anuel. Anuel is 17 months old now. From what I see, he's doing well as far as his growth, as far as his, just the concept of learning and everything is, to me, seems like he's doing fine.
May I take you back to November 2023, the time Christine was going through labor at Woodhull Hospital in Brooklyn? She was looking forward to a natural birth.
Yes, she definitely was looking forward to a natural birth. She was working with a midwife. She had a midwife that worked at the hospital that she was in contact with prior from our prior birth, which was Nova. And Christine felt comfortable being around her, being with her, and having her there. On the morning of November 12th, when we On our way to the hospital, prior to that, Christine had phoned her and told her that she might be coming in on the 12th. And the midwife told her, unfortunately, if she came in after a certain time, she wouldn't be able to be there because she was working a 24-hour shift. So that's how we didn't end up having the same midwife again.
Her midwife off was like a prelude to what would be an awful early morning sliding into a deadly day.
At some point, they say the baby's heart rate, the baby's in distress, his heart rate is dropping. Doctors start talking about a C-section.
C-section? That's not what Christine Fields and her fiancé Jose Perez planned at all. The 30-year-old black mother had 2 babies before. She wanted a natural birth. First, her midwife was off after working a long shift. Now the couple was faced with this. They were not sure what to do. There was panic, especially from Christine.
Like me, the night of Christine, I really didn't want to make a fuss. I didn't really want to show too much energy because I wanted to be as calm as possible. But then, even then, when they were off, they were telling Christine about the C-section, telling us about the C-section and everything, and Christine is crying, and I'm trying to talk with Christine. They called a whole bunch of security to make me feel uncomfortable, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, we get it. He says it's something especially black people face, a preemptive shut up by having security lurk around, he believes, to keep him from advocating.
I'm not acting like, like rowdy. I'm not acting up. I'm not causing a situation, but they quick called security to make me feel like if I speak up or I start getting upset by any form of shape because of what they doing, then they would escort me out the hospital. So you see how it plays out. So if I speak up, I'm making it difficult for them.
Jose Perez says he could see nurses taking notes.
They turn around and write down in their chart that I'm being difficult to deal with and I'm not letting them do their job. That's a form of racism.
So they agreed. Emergency C-section. The baby was in distress. It was during the operation something went very wrong. Perez says the obstetrician made a deadly mistake. The joy. Their son Anuel was perfect. Dad Jose Perez saw him being cleaned up for his new life journey. But his fiancée, back in recovery, was not doing well. She was dying.
When I get back to Christine's just not looking very well. Her tongue is ashy, looking very dry, ashy gray. Her lips are looking very ashy. And she just didn't seem well. I asked the nurse, could I give her water? The nurse said no, she couldn't have water because she just had an operation. The nurse proceeded to give me ice chips, told me to rub them on her lips. When I propped Christine's head up to rub the ice chips on her lips, her head just fell back to the side dead weight. And just the look in her eyes was it was just, she was no longer there at that moment. And
She was dying right before you.
And the nurse called the code blue, and that was the last time I saw Christine's eyes.
In the end, it was doctor's error. An artery in her uterine was accidentally severed, and the obstetrician, who was fired, by the way, didn't report it, and basically Christine bled to death. Is that accurate?
Yeah, so they did cut her uterine. They accidentally cut her as he was doing the procedure. Proceeded not to tell his colleagues of the accident that had happened while doing the procedure.
A state investigation with the New York State Department of Health blames what happened on a troubling lapse by the surgical team. Reports are the doctor who cut the artery never mentioned it.
At some point, he tried to repair it. I don't think with anyone's knowledge, knowing that had happened. And he didn't communicate with the staff, with the rest of the staff, or with the staff that was watching over her. And they proceeded to put her in the recovery room where I came in contact with her. And that's where Christine had blood hemorrhage and she ended up passing away. She ended up dying from internal bleeding.
And just like that, Jose Perez was a single father of 3.
So she laid there for X amount of hours, just internally bleeding, dying. On October 29th of 2023, Dr. Dianews, the same doctor, he had just caused the infant's death. He 12 days before Christine's death, he had just caused the infant's death.
The doctor was fired from Woodhull Hospital in Brooklyn, New York, but Perez says if he were fired the month before when the baby he delivered died, maybe his sweet Christine would still be with us. Perez says that same 70-year-old doctor was working an overnight shift beyond the restrictions.
So he had certain criteria already that had disqualified him from being on more than 2 24-hour shifts per year. And they proceeded to put him back on.
He says not enough is done for Black maternal safety. For the record, Woodhull Hospital, where Christine and several Black women have died, in past statements, the hospital acknowledges the disparities. Black women are significantly more likely to die from pregnancy-related complications, and the hospital is committed to addressing the problem. But of course, we know it's not just one hospital where Black women die more than white women. It's nationwide.
There's no law that had doctors get evaluated. This is one thing I'm pushing for. I'm pushing for a law for doctors to get evaluated after a certain maternal mortality case.
What happened thrust Perez from father protector to family advocate.
It's definitely something I take on because of Christine. I love Christine so much. I have so much love for Christine. I cannot sit back and advocate for, I have to advocate for Christine. I really have to. And I realized that advocating for Christine was a cause for advocating for other mothers that are here, mothers to be, mothers to come, soon to be, and it's been rough. It's been rough.
When he means rough, he means rough. Everything fell apart when Christine died during childbirth. In fact, he says at first the hospital was reluctant to give him his baby, complicated because the couple was not married.
So me and Christine had a wedding plan already. We were supposed to get married in 2023, but we pushed it off to 2024, to August of 2024, because she was pregnant and we were having the baby and we weren't doing a baby shower. Me and Christine lived together since I got with Christine. Since I started being around Christine. I stayed with Christine at her mom's house for a while, but I always had my own place. Once Christine gave birth to my daughter Nova, I told her, I'll be like, you were just in a room in your mom's place. You could just come live with me. I gotta have a 2-bedroom, living room, kitchen, a big apartment, a whole apartment. Just come live with me. And she came and stayed with me. And then we moved to Long Island City. So when Christine passed away, we were living at Long Island City. We had just moved into the apartment in April of 2023. The lease was under her name. So when Christine passed away, I guess her family felt like the apartment belonged to her because the lease was under her name. And they called management. I got illegally locked out with the children from the apartment. I just recently got back in the apartment. March of this year, I was locked out for 14 months.
Family feuding, not just over an apartment, over the children too.
When I got with Christine had already had Liam. And, I decided to raise Liam. I was raising Liam for the past 5 years with Christine. So the grandmother felt like she wanted him. And the way they went about things and took him away from me, it was very heartbreaking. I miss him so much. I love him so much. He's my child. I don't look at him no different from the baby, from my daughter Nova. I look at him just as equal as the other two. Before Nova and the baby, it was always me and Liam together. Everywhere I went, Liam was always with me.
Right now, Liam, who was born with dwarfism and is 6 years old, is being raised by Christine's mother.
She lost a daughter. I don't know what that feels like, but I could only imagine.
Perez is raising his and Christine's daughter, Nova, and the newborn, Anuel, who didn't have a birth certificate yet filled out. Perez had the added burden to prove he was the father. He was going from court to court, cutting through red tape, all while raising 2 small children alone.
I had to, fight in family court for certain things. I had to fight in housing court for the apartment. I didn't have no help for my baby for the first year with no medical insurance for his first 15 months because it was hard for me to obtain his paperwork. They were giving me a hassle to obtain a birth certificate, to obtain a social security card. And so it's been a rough 17 months. It's not easy for a father. So everybody's situation is not the same, but unfortunately my situation was this way and it's been really rough. So I don't think there's one father out here that's in my situation that had it easy, honestly speaking. And things, it comes with a lot. Maternal death comes with a lot. It just doesn't come with missing your partner. It doesn't just come with the loss of your partner. It doesn't just come with you being stuck with a baby. It could come with housing issues. It could come with family court issues. It could come with family issues, you know.
Even in his grief, he's fighting for fathers left to fend for themselves and the Black mothers who are still dying.
Like, I'm doing my best. Like, Christine was always into the community. Christine was always like ready to advocate and ready to take that role and always play the part in that role in the community. And I was the opposite. I was just a working person. I would just go to work, drive my truck, and just do my job and just come home and take care of my family. Now I just do the opposite. Now I just stay home, take care of the family, and just advocate whenever I could go out there and just advocate for Christine and everyone else, like I said. I can name a few people that passed away since Christine passed away. In 17 months, I can give you a handful of people that passed away to maternal deaths. And it's sad. It's really sad because all these deaths are preventable.
Jose Perez and Christine's family are suing. The case still pending. Perez says what's needed is more than a lawsuit.
I'm pushing the Grievance Families Act. Governor Hogo vetoed the Grievance Families Act 3 times, and the Grievance Families Act covers, families, mothers and family members getting compensated for wrongful death case for pain and suffering, for grief and anguish. And, New York State doesn't have a law that, that will hold people accountable in that nature, which a lawsuit is not getting justice. A lot of people say, hey, get a lawyer, file a lawsuit. A lawsuit is not justice. A lawsuit is just a small fraction of, to me, is like a family proving what happened. And justice is really people being held accountable.
He wants us all to take up this fight to get passage of the Grieving Family Act. Get involved wherever you live. Go to movementtobirthliberation.com for more information. Also, Jose does have a GoFundMe page, Justice for Christine Fields, and Jose Perez 718BK on Instagram. He could use words of encouragement because, again, it has not been easy.
I've been trying, honestly. I'm trying. I show strongness on the outside, but on the inside, my heart is so broken. Like, honestly speaking. Like, I feel like every day when I wake up, I feel like I got hit by a bus.
Before we parted, I got to meet Anuel.
Hi.
Say hi, Papa.
Hello.
He was too preoccupied watching Barney and was really into it. He's 17 months old. Never met his mother.
Oh, he is adorable.
Say hi, buddy. Say hi.
Jose Perez, single father raising his children after his fiancée died giving birth. Jose, thank you. Big hugs to your beautiful children.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
I'm Vanessa Tyler. Look for a new episode of Blackland every week.